And action. Hello everybody, Ed here, W4EMB. We're here at Port Royal State Park in Tennessee. Waiting on US-2969. Waiting on a friend to show up, who's, hopefully we're going to complete a voice activation. I'm very unsure about the solar conditions. So, we'll have my fancy band playing, my high-speed notebook here, and I have a non-slip pad, but I didn't bring my little disc that I could normally set this on. Got my coffee, water, Bioenno 12 amp hour battery, and my Kurutoga Pencil. I keep a pad and paper, just sometimes in a pileup I'll get more than one call sign. If I start typing one, sometimes the other call sign comes in stronger. Side tone volume's up a little bit for the last video that I made. TZA. Tell me, Roger. TZA. And thank you. You are 5NN. TN. TN. BK means over. 599. Dada did it. Okay, K2JVB. Thank you. You are? New York. Virginia, K4MW. Every now and then I have a noise spike there, some static crashes going on. My little needle pops up with that sound. Again, I'm just happy to be getting out. We got into Michigan, New York, Virginia, and our signal reports aren't bad. 559, 549. The 5s is great, you know. I think I got you in there, John. .449 Michigan. That was AAAUP. You know, I said his name. I called him John. Normally, somebody gives me a 449 or not a 5. If I don't get a 5, normally I'll just say thank you, 7272. I'll repeat it because obviously they're telling me I don't hear you well, and normally I don't try to send their name or any other kind of long salutations or anything off the cuff to somebody who doesn't give me a 5.5 or better. Something I don't normally do there. In that particular case, I didn't hear his whole call. I heard A something 8, and I heard the U and the beginning of the P. And since AA8UP, John is one of my frequent flyers, I recognize his fist, and it was easy to go ahead and Pardon, I'm going to try in my best. Oh, come on, CQ. Oh, random gram. RG did audit, did. SP guy, possibly. I'm sorry, just couldn't get you out of there. I think it was 5 SP, I think. Come back to me. Again, AG, will that person know AGN? Partner, hey, how's it going? Oh, I just can't. Sorry. Thank you. Oh, how you doing this morning?
Good.
Doing great, man. Just waiting on a friend of mine who's only activated a Park 1. Oh, I'm recording, by the way. A friend of mine's coming later on. He's only activated a Park once, and I'm trying to show him how fun it is. So
Yeah.
he'll be out here a little bit later. And that last person, oh, I just couldn't pull him out there.
Right.
Yeah. How's the park treating you this morning?
I'm good.
Morse code does like that. You'll be talking and then whoop.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, you're fine, sir. N4NR. Oops. Thank you. You are? That's on he's 599 Tennessee. Roger, Roger. Thank you. Tennessee. 559 559 Florida. Over. Good morning. You are 559 Tennessee. Tennessee. Over. KJ. Made 6 so far today. That was South Carolina, KJ4R. But first time I wrote down K1VR, just out of a 1 is a da-da-da-da-da, and a J is da-da-da-da. So, yeah.
You need anything, you're in the brick building.
Hey, appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for being out here. We appreciate what y'all do.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Attention to us, you know?
Upper Sandusky, Ohio, KE8PX 599. So that was a park ranger named Mr. Burgess, or Park Ranger Burgess, whatever his proper title is. Very polite, pleasant. Met him out here before, and it's really nice to have him say he appreciates us being here and doing what we're doing. I explained to him the Parks on the Air program and how that you can go on the Parks on the Air website and click on a link that takes you to the park's website. You know, I like how the POTA site has the links to all the park's websites, and it's a nice thing. As I always let the park rangers know and the park employees know that this helps bring visibility to the parks. You know, because somebody sees us, they'll look us up, they'll see what park we're at, they can click and read about the park, maybe see some pictures online, and then maybe see my video and think, you know, hey, I'm going to be passing through there, maybe I can do a POTA there, or I would just like to stop along my travels and have a picnic. So anyway, it's Parks on the Air is really rejuvenated, I think, the ham radio hobby in general. I hear some adjacent signals. I think I'm fine because I am making QSOs. They're loud and they're on my frequency. Georgia. Smart water this morning. Just in case you're wondering, it doesn't work. Hasn't made me any smarter. Pennsylvania, give me a weak signal report. Goodness.
I was going to give you this.
Thanks.
As a reminder before you leave, if you wouldn't mind, stop in the general store. I want to talk about some potential programming.
Yeah,
Maybe,
absolutely.
you know, collaborate.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be
Spread the
great.
word about this a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you. Thanks, Mr. Burgess. I might have to move. Okay, there we go. Yep, okay. It's a rough one there, Pat. KF4 LMZ. I got a few little gnats flying around. So I have my thermocell, hopefully, to scare them away. Well, Pat, number KF4LMZ, you were my 10th QSO. I got a lot of adjacent signals. It might be time to switch bands. Tell you what, if you want to make it. Well, there you go. Mr. Burgess' title here. State of Tennessee, Department of Environment and Conservation. Mr. Burgess, Park Interpretive Ranger 2. Yeah, so there's a random grand event going on right now. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to QSY, or change frequencies. Yeah. There's like 3 signals right there. If I go narrow, I don't hear them. But if I call narrow, if I start calling CQ here, and this person's next to me, and somebody is answering them, the right thing to do is don't sit right on the frequency that somebody's calling CQ. So if I'm calling CQ, and you answer me right on my frequency, that's called zero beating. So if you hear that term, that's what that means, is zero beating. And which is fine if there's no pileup. But if there's a whole string of people all zero beating me at the exact same time, it is really hard to pick out any single frequency or any single call sign from a whole group that is all on one frequency like this. So if you happen to move off to the side a little bit, then when everybody answers, so as soon as I say dit dit, that's when everybody calls. Well, if you stand off to the side just a little bit, I'll hear your signal more than I'll hear everybody else's. So let's go ahead and we're going to change frequencies. Let's go to maybe 20 meters and see what's happening up there. So back to wide. Change my band to 14.0. Not sure how 20 is doing this morning, but I'm going to go make the adjustments to the antenna and be right back. Alright, when I went over there, I have a little jumper installed that bypasses my 40 meter coil. As soon as I connected that jumper, I heard my sound increase. So that means that it's doing its job there. But I am going to go to forward, switch my key out here, and I want to see what my forward power is. pegging it. So I'm going to come back to 5 watts. There we go. Okay. On 40 meters, I don't get out as much power as I do on 20 meters. This is a 5 watt designed radio. So I was at 5 watts on 40, but I knew that coming to 20 with a good antenna, I was going to be well over 5 watts, and it was pegging the meter there. So I'll check my SWR. So my needle doesn't come up, so that's good. This light doesn't come on. That's excellent. That light will come on if the SWR reaches over a 2 to 1. Alright, so let's see. We'll just listen for a moment. We're on wide. I'm going to go ahead and prepare my my Polo app, or Ham2K in your app store. Let's see here. I'm on 14.066. I'm just waiting for a moment before I call QRL, just to see if I hear anybody. And I'm listening wide, so I don't sit down next to somebody and make them have to move. Alright, not hearing anything. QRL question mark. I'm not hearing anything, so I'm going to hit self spot. Again, I'm going to put CW in my comments. And let's go ahead and spot at 14.066 and hit play. Now normally I'd stay on 40, and you can tell as the signals start getting closer and closer and closer to home that the band is starting to close down, and then it should be time to move on to a higher frequency. But in that case, there was the Randomgram event had a lot of participants. If you don't know about Randomgram, look that up. It is an excellent way to practice copying random letters. From the Randomgrams. Break out my schmuck here. Schmog. I like my yoga mat. It helps when you're out doing parks on the air. If you have a yoga mat, it really protects your radios and your equipment when you're on those really stiff concrete picnic tables. But in the summertime, kind of went off the protocol, but that's alright. He gave me a whole signal report in there before I could actually confirm his call. to go back and read that. He said something else in there. I missed that. I wasn't ready. Wasn't ready. So it's important to let somebody confirm your call sign before you send a signal report, I think. Thank you. He just said bye-bye. I was into FZ out of New Jersey. Yeah, I think if you're hunting, make sure that when you're hunting and the activator is giving you some question marks with your call sign and you're repeating it, just say Roger, Roger when the hunter gets it right, and then But if you're watching this video and me talking about that protocol, I wouldn't call it a mishap, just different, not the norm, don't let that scare you off, because guess what? He's in the log. I got him. K3L. Oh, K2. Person kind of just parked right next to me. I heard him coming, so I kind of rushed off that last QSO to try to hurry up and get my CQ out there, because obviously maybe that person didn't hear the person talking to me. So I thought, if I just go, they'll hear me in here calling CQ, then they'll know to move off one side or the other. But if they don't hear me, that's okay. That's okay. We don't do it to each other on purpose. We really don't. It wouldn't help either one of us. So we just have to understand that sometimes you could get squeezed off of a frequency. And that's okay. It happens. You have days where you'll be able to sit on a frequency and just operate all day long. There's other days where I've had to move like 4 and 5 times on a really busy day. And today's a Sunday. So you have to expect this on the weekends. If you have any trepidations about going out and activating POTA because maybe pileups make you nervous, here's how you handle pileup. Just wait. Just take a breath. In a pileup, someone will always come out of the woodwork and say their call sign by theirself. But some tricks, if you like. Again, this is if you're a little nervous about going out and calling CQ. What if you don't go on a Sunday at 10 in the morning or a Saturday? What if you go on a Wednesday at 10 in the morning? If you're able, if you have the, I'm blessed enough to be retired and I could do that. I had an early in my POTA activations, I had a young man named Jun, and Jun had watched my videos, and he noticed that sometimes when I did get in pileups, I would just send Roger Roger 72 dit dit, and the next call would come in, and I would do that QSO Roger Roger 72 dit dit, and I was not getting able to send my call sign, or well, I wasn't sending my call sign, not that I wasn't able to. And Jun was kind enough to comment, "Hey Ed, just as an observer, maybe you should say this is W4EB with your QSOs, so that anybody who is scrolling on the POTA page and gets to you, they know that that's you on that frequency." And he had a very valid point. And after he pointed that out to me, I realized, oh my goodness, I've been doing that a lot. So I try to say, this is W4EB 72 dit dit as much as I can. Now sometimes if I get a poor signal report, I'll just say thank you 72 because those are two very recognizable terms in the CW POTA hunting activating community. And speaking of those recognizable terms, that's what we're calling our CW vocabulary. So let's think of those. We have thank you, and you also have TNX for thanks, TU for thank you, DE for this is, hey, all right. Good morning, Pat. New band? You are? 339. SC, South Carolina. Thank you, Pat. These sound like he's QRP as well, I think. So there was an example Pat gave me back. I gave him a 549 because I heard every letter that he played. Signal a bit low. But he gave me a 339, so he's struggling to hear me. So rather than talk more to Pat, which I love to do, I said, Roger, 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 thank you, 72, 72. Since, again, he gave me that weaker signal report. As an activator, I really like hearing back Roger, Roger, Roger. That lets me know that I got a call sign right. Oh man. Okay. Okay, that was W2WC stroke M. That stroke will throw me off because I don't hear it often. And I don't even know what stroke is. I know it when I hear it, but I think I'm too chicken to try to send it because I always forget what it is. So I don't use the stroke much. Now, some of your DX people will use it a lot more whenever they're not at their home station. They'll throw in a stroke P for portable to confirm that they're not at their home station. So we're getting into New York, Florida, Pennsylvania. I think that Florida was actually New York. New Jersey, North Carolina. Let's change that guy. He did tell me New York. I'm going to call CQ a couple more times, but actually it is about 8:22 in the morning, and my buddy should be showing up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready for his visit. And I've probably been rambling on for quite some time here. This is W4MB. QRT. This is W4MB. SK. There's Pat. There's somebody else in there. Pat, maybe even John, maybe. Let me know, John, if I got that right. And then just flip my switch. Now, here's the other cool thing about this Polo app. Let me see. Can I get this in screen? It'll be a little tough. All right, I'm going to go to Polo, and the self-spot thing is right here. So I'm going to hit self-spotting. And under comments on my keyboard, I'm typing in QRT. And so there it is. And I'm going to hit respot. There we go. And that's using the Polo app. Okay. So it tells me I made 18 QSOs. Down here it says 18 QSOs in 41 minutes. 2 minutes, 56 seconds. Since my last one, 24 QSOs per hour. I can hit map, and it will show me the map of my QSOs. Pardon the glare, and then the LED action there. So that's an interesting spread all in one direction. All right, and then I can hit operation, and over here on operation side is where I will hit operate. Go to my log, and I'm going to hit POTA activation. Lost my screen. I'm going to click that. And now it's going to ask me how to send it. So I'm going to say, hey, send it to me via mail. I'm going to pick my email there. Subject, I'm going to type in LOG, log, and I'm going to hit send. So I just sent my log to myself at home. and that's using the Polo app here. So how wonderful is that? And now, something else about the Polo app. So I just showed you how you can spot yourself. You come right down here to self-spotting, click that button, type in CW and hit spot, but we're not going to do that because I already QRT'd or ended. I'm going to hit spots. There's a word that says spots up there. This shows me who else is at a park today. And if you actually touch one of them and go to their frequency, make QSO with them, then what that does is it automatically puts their park number and their frequency on your log. Just by and it will put a line through it after you enter them on your log, meaning you've already worked them. So M2K or Polo, Sebastian has done a wonderful thing with this program, always making updates to it. It's a wonderful thing. So please download it, use it, and support Sebastian in his efforts in keeping this app going. It's a wonderful thing. Thanks to Sebastian for doing that. Hopefully, though, you've got some call sign copy practice out of that. And I appreciate you for stopping by and playing radio with me today here at the park. And we're going to go ahead and stop this and get ready for my buddy to show up so he can activate a park. It's a wonderful thing to do that. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. I'm Ed, W4EMB 72.